All right, guys. So this story, I have a lot of questions. Okay, so you guys have probably already seen this video that has gone viral today of Ahmaud Arbery, 25-year-old black man who was basically lynched, a public lynching in Brunswick, Georgia. This particular incident, this lynching happened in February 23rd this past year. Okay, so what? First of all, I would imagine the video surfacing now, several months later. I guess they had to, I don't know, they have some kind of statute of limitations or something like that to release the video 3 months later. I don't know why it took them so long to release the video, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with litigation and going over, red tape with the lawyers and attorneys, stuff like that. I would imagine that's the reason why it took 3 months. But originally, this story did come up under the Brunswick News, local newspaper out in that area, on February 23rd. Of course, when it's local and it doesn't receive national attention like it is now, it is a blip on the radar, right? And that's the reality of the situation. Though this was first published, I wanted to go back to the source of how this all started. And again, this happened February 23rd this past year. So again, he was shot dead. He was unarmed. He was jogging, and he was basically lynched by two race soldiers, a former race soldier who retired last year, and his son, who were both armed, looking for a supposed guy, a black male who so-called fit the description. So it's always two things that white supremacists and race soldiers always say when they are in danger of black people. Number one, they always go, this is the typical talking points. They say, I was in fear of my life, therefore I had to shoot, or you fit the description of XYZ, right? Fit the description, or I was in fear of my life. And of course, we are always unarmed. They're armed, but yet, they're in fear of their life. Again, black is the weapon. Having black skin is the weapon. That's all it is. Black skin is the weapon of choice, and that is the weapon that disturbs the dominant white society. It's just that simple. Okay. So again, going back to the original story that was published from Brunswick News in this past year in February 28th. What I find very interesting is this article here, they talk about Ahmaud Arbery's, who's 25, who died at 25. Rest in peace to him and his family, of course. And again, this is about, of course, these guys, the people who murdered and who were involved with the murder of Ahmaud Arbery, they need to be executed. So this is all about justice, seeking justice, and make sure they're prosecuted to the full extent of the law, and they are basically executed. Will that happen? More than likely not. Right? More than likely not. And if they do get prosecuted, don't be surprised. They get a slap on the wrist. Don't be surprised. You'll see, and I don't want this to happen, but we've seen it happen. Us black people, we are so brainwashed and so conditioned under religion to forgive people, right? Forgive. And don't be surprised if you see the mother or the parents or the family of Ahmaud Arbery hugging these race soldiers in court and kissing them, and the jurors and the judge, right, coddling these race soldiers in court. Don't be surprised by that. We've seen it, and more than likely it will happen again. I don't want that to happen. More than likely it will happen again. But with this original article, what's interesting is that they paint or they demonize, and it's not surprising. It's not surprising. But they already are doing a foreshadow of what they're going to present in court, right? What they're going to present in court against Arbery, who's dead. They're going to basically say, because they said about Arbery. They said in December 2013, Arbery was arrested by Glenn County Schools police after bringing a handgun into a Brunswick High School gymnasium during a basketball game with rival Glenn Academy. According to reports, Arbery, 19, ran when school police officers saw the .380 handgun in his waistband. A school's police officer broke his hand in pursuit of Arbery, who was charged with carrying weapons on campus and several counts of obstructing law enforcement officers. He was sentenced to 5 years probation as a first-time offender. County court records show Arbery was placed under probation for a 2018 shoplifting arrest, according to court records. Arbery was a promising football star as a student at Brunswick High School, with his record of 70 tackles 2011 during his senior high with the Pirates. Okay, so this is what they're going to use. They're going to dig and demonize Arbery in court and saying that, of course, you know, the defense attorneys who are going to back these race soldiers are going to use this. Yeah, he was a criminal. He was a criminal in school. He shoplifted, and therefore he felt the description, and my clients were right about shooting him dead. That's what they're going to use. Don't be surprised when they use that. Don't be surprised if these guys get off or get a slap on the wrist once this goes to trial, right? I'm not an attorney, and I don't know as far as how this is going to play out, right? How this is going to play out in the court. But according to, and this is of course, the video surfacing now, which is getting national attention, and the video has gone viral. Of course, Ahmaud's family, they want to seek justice, and the district attorney, they said that the district attorney of Brunswick, Georgia, who was arrested, he also happens to be a son of a former district attorney investigator. Oh, okay. So, Travis McMichael, they try to do a citizen's arrest, of course, because they say that Arbery fit the description of recent break-ins in the area. And they said that he also happens to be the son of former district attorney investigator. Okay. So the point is, based off this original article and this video surfacing, once this goes into court, they're going to demonize Arbery because he had a criminal past. It's unfortunate. It's sad. That's what they're going to use, and they're going to try to justify the shooting, death, the lynching of Arbery. Ahmaud Arbery. They're gonna. It's a justifiable homicide. In the eyes of white supremacists, this is justifiable. This is a justifiable homicide. We've seen this many a times. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said this in the ISIS papers. She laid the foundation. Justifiable homicides. This is what this is. This is a justifiable homicide in the eyes of white supremacists. Right? So don't be surprised when that happens, family. When they get off, and don't be surprised when they get off, slap on the wrist, the family forgives them, there's hugs and kisses in courts, there's riots, there's protests. Don't be surprised, because guess what? We've seen this before. All right? So those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. GMOGMediaTV. Till next time, make sure you follow me on Instagram at GMOGMediaTV, family. Signing out. Peace.